and welcome to 10 Minute French with Laser. I'm Laser, and this is JJ Pyle. Welcome to the show, JJ.
Hi, thanks for doing this, Laser. It's super cool.
Absolutely. So please tell me about How to Find a Husband in 37 Years or Longer. An incredible title for a show.
Yeah, the title just came to me, and the show is kind of based all around the title. It is about my failed relationships and my father's failed relationships. So I was supposed to be in India on this 4-day wedding. My roommate was getting married in India, and I was invited. And everything went wrong, and I did not end up in India. I ended up in Indiana in this truck with my dad. And he's hard to talk to. And he had done something illegal, and my sister had called and told me about it, all up in arms. And so I decided to record him, ask him about it, and record him. And he did not know I was recording him. He still kind of doesn't know that I recorded him. And then I transcribed that, and I thought, wow, and I was not doing it to write a play. I was just doing it kind of, I have to admit, being an asshole, because I wanted to get the story and play it back for my mom and my sister and kind of make fun of him, which I do feel ashamed about that now. But we transcribed it, and I was like, this is kind of a funny character. And then I went on a retreat, started writing these other things about my own failed relationships, and I realized it was the same script, and I had to play my own father.
Amazing.
So it tells his story in his own words, and then it turns out things that he says sparks my memories of these tumultuous relationships. Some things are good about them, but mostly tumultuous. And in the process of this, I realized that it's about the theme of family patterns and how the trajectory of either we date our own father or we turn into him, and a combination of all of that. And so it kind of goes on and like that.
That's very relatable. I can't wait. So what made you want to bring it to Edinburgh? I know you're doing a lot of shows. What made this particular festival the goal for this one?
Well, it's a bucket list thing. I had found out about the Fringe in New York when it was still in New York, and I lived in LA for a long time, 12 years, and I had done this show in LA twice, and we were bringing it to Fringe in New York. And I thought that was like the biggest thing in the world at the time, because I'd never really spent much time in New York. And that ended up moving me to New York. I was going to stay here for a year, sublet my apartment in LA, and I ended up staying in New York, and I've been here ever since. And so I just feel like this play has taken me a long time to write it and get it out there, because it's about real people, and it was hard to do, kind of, like, I don't want to hurt anyone in the process of it. And it's exactly 100% autobiographical. So it was kind of like, do I want to do this? But then I feel like I need to do it big enough that I'm satisfied that I did it and it's out there. And I had always wanted to go to Fringe. I just hear like that it's incredible, and the city and the weather and the shows and the energy. I just feel like it's something I have to experience.
Absolutely. Tell me about your development process for this show. So has it been going on for a long time? Do you have a team? What's the vibe?
I do. So as I said, I realized this was the same script on a retreat. And then I had no idea how to write a solo show. I kind of got into the genre though because of that Fringe festival in New York. It wasn't a solo show, but it was 3 long monologues. And it was a woman on stage giving a seminar at an adult entertainment expo about how to get into the business of being a dominatrix. So It was like 30 minutes on stage by myself. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And I'm like, I can do anything after I did it. So then I kind of got into watching a lot of solo stuff, John Leguizamo. I got into just watching it and studying it, not knowing how to write it or do it. So then I got into class after I came back from the retreat with Judy Gold, a comedian, very pretty famous comedian. She was teaching at ESPA at primary stages. And she just helped me so much, like get to the darker, dirtier truth of everything. And we just kept writing and writing and writing. And then someone I met in that class started Solo Heroes, which is a solo show workshopping group, because we were just reading for ourselves in class. We weren't
Yeah.
getting anywhere with the structure. So we got some people together and we started putting on shows. Judy actually emceed the first couple of them, so that was pretty cool.
Awesome.
And then we had some audience, so we could work our little bits and pieces, and that's basically how it happened. My team is amazing. Mark Cernigliaro is my director. I met him in a theater company I was in, and he's amazing. And he brought in Sloan Fisher, who's my SM, and she found Alessandra Cronin, who's my projection designer, and all of them like uh, gave me 10 times more than what I asked them for without even asking, and really
Amazing.
made the show, you know, bigger than I ever thought it could be. So,
That's
that's the
incredible.
important thing, I think, is to get lucky with the people that you find, but also like really trust them after you start.
Yeah.
And they're all going with me. Mark and Ali are
Oh,
staying
wow.
staying for the first 2 weeks, and Sloane's staying with me the whole time.
That's amazing. So do you come at solo theater as an actor, as a comedian, or as a storyteller? Like what is your background that brings you here?
Actor.
Okay.
And I do my partner with the Solo Heroes, she's a storyteller. And I do really see that line of comedian, storyteller, actor in they're all solo shows, but they're all a little tiny bit different.
Yeah.
And my and I love and respect them all, but my favorite is the acting ones where there's like exposition and then there's character and then there's
Yeah.
little bits and pieces of video or sound. Or but I do find that if you're good at one and you do it amazing. I just think the whole thing of solo performance is that like it's just one person. So yes,
Yeah.
a lot of times it gets a reputation that like it's bad and boring and oh, we're stuck here with this solo show. But I think I got so addicted to it because when it is good, it's so good because it's just one
Absolutely.
person.
Yeah.
So I'm always like amazed at that.
Yeah, it can be a little bit magic when it's done really well. So
It
that's
can be
amazing.
a little Exactly. It can be magic. It can be a little bit tense when it's not, but I still feel like you want to support that person that's putting all their vulnerability out there by themselves.
Absolutely. What would you like people to get out of your show?
Oh, um, I just would like them to get that there's no one path
Mhm.
in life, in love, in art. There's all these different paths, and if you're not where you want to be, all you have to do, that sounds like it's simple, all you have to do when
Mhm.
it's actually really hard, but all you have to do is just try again.
Mhm. Amazing.
Just
So
go again.
where can folks see your show? Sorry for interrupting.
No, no, no.
Because I know you have a bunch coming up. You're doing a lot of prep, right?
Well, I'm just doing 4 shows in New York. We're in the East to Edinburgh Festival. So they do a thing where they try to help shows prep, give us cheaper theater space and put us in their summer program because it's a pretty nice uptown theater. So
Yeah.
I'm really grateful for that. And the team from Edinburgh comes and tells us how to get into this. And then the first 13 people, I think it is, who get their stuff going fast enough get to be in this festival. So I'm doing 4 shows there in July. And then we're doing the whole month in August. That
Mhm.
in August we're at the Space UK at Surgeons Hall, Haldane Theater, and all the tickets are on sale, but they're all like pretty cheap. The ones in New York are $15 with some $12 codes in there somewhere, and in Edinburgh we're just between. I'm not good with this math conversion, but it's somewhere between £8 and £11. So I think it's still in the $15 range or under.
Perfect. Amazing. I have one last question for you, JJ, which is what should I ask the next person I talk to tomorrow?
Um, can I meet you when we go to Edinburgh?
Oh, I love that. Okay,
And
so
where?
where are you gonna meet JJ? Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Everybody, check out. the links to come see How to Find a Husband in 37 Years or Longer, an
And I want to
incredible
see your show. You have a great
please.
title too.
Yes, A Shark Ate My Penis, come see me. Amazing. Thank you so much, JJ.
Thank